Okay, true story. So I tried to start my daily vlog series today and I had the camera facing the blinds. That's awesome. I had the camera turned the wrong way and I didn't know it. I thought that I had the camera facing me and it was just recording me talking and a picture of the beautiful beige blinds in the background. So I'm starting this again. Hi, my name is Marty Chandler and I teach elementary music K through 5, and I'm going to show you what my typical day looks like. I will not be showing you any students today, but I will be talking about what I'm teaching today as well as some things that are going on in my day. I'm about to have a class come in. I just finished duty and I will not be recording them, so I need to make this quick, but I wanted to show you what I just got. I got my TMEA grant items, which were 52 untunable Remo hand drums. So they're still in their boxes, and I'm gonna turn this around and try to show you. Behind me in the boxes, I got 12-inch, 10-inch, and 8-inch drums. I did need 52 because I want to be able to combine the different tones of drums so that I can have a class set even if I'm only using 2 different tones of drums, high or low, or high and middle, or any combination thereof. So that's why I have so many. I will probably not ever use all of them at once unless I'm using them with my choir or something like that. But I'm so grateful to TMEA for that grant opportunity. And I know a bunch of you also received TMEA grants, so if you did, be sure to share below. And I'm going to sign off right here so that I can teach, and I'll meet you back at lunchtime. Bye. So it's lunchtime now. It is about 10:47. My last class of the morning ends at 10:45, and then I have lunch until 11:15, and then I have planning from 11:15 until when kindergarten starts, which is 11:55. So I'm about to go eat my very favorite school pizza, which is the Fiestada pizza, otherwise known as the stop sign pizza because it's shaped like an octagon. And let me tell you a little bit about what I did this morning. So my first class was 5th grade, and they are working on a ribbon routine to the Russian dance from the Nutcracker. My 5th grade choir students will be doing that as an opener for their choir concert next week. So there's really not enough room to practice that during choir practice because we have choir in my classroom and I have about 85 students in choir. So I don't have room for them to be practicing during choir time. So what we do is they practice that as a class. So even the kids that aren't in choir during music time when we have the room. And then next week when we have our dress rehearsal and everything, they will be able to do it in their spots in the gym, which has much more room, and they'll be able to all do it at the same time. The tricky part is I only have 30 of the ribbon wands that I need, and that has been sufficient in the past, but I'm going to need more like 45 to 50 this year. So I am in search of more ribbon wands without having to buy them, and they need to all look the same because I just want them to. So I asked around and I'm hoping that somebody can loan them to me, and it's the West Music sort of fluorescent, different colored, long ribbons. So if you're local to me, CCISD people, hit me up because I need those ribbon ones. I will buy them if I have to and get them shipped here. Then after we did all of that, we did some holiday music, and that was pretty straightforward. These last 2 weeks of school before the break, I usually dive into our sing-along that we'll be doing because it does have some familiar music in it, and then it has some less familiar tunes too, and it's better if they've already sung them before, if they go into the sing-along knowing it, and they're not just like, watermelon, watermelon, because it can be tricky if they don't know how the song goes. So we did some of that, and then it was already time to go. After that, 4th grade came in, And again, there is something that 4th grade will be featured on at my choir concert, and that is the Peace Round. And it does have an Orff arrangement with it, and it's a very kind of thin, not very complicated Orff arrangement that we've added to it because we want to keep it very simple and pretty. But the kids who are playing that are doing that during music time as well, just for the extra reinforcement, because it would be very difficult for them to practice that at home. So I'm actually letting other kids fill in and learn it as well, even if they're not in choir, because they need to hear all the different parts in order to be successful on their own part. So we did that, and then again we went and did the sing-along songs that we will be singing at next week's sing-along. And it's such a long sing-along that we never get through it all. So sometimes I start like in the middle of it and we try to see how far we can get, and we never ever reach the end until the actual sing-along. So next was 3rd grade, and 3rd grade had a sub today, so they were a little bit rowdy when they came in, but they managed to settle down. And they actually had been doing some other things for me for the last few weeks. And then I want to say there was a day they had a morning sub, so they were a bit behind and they had not done the sing-along yet. So we went through as far as we could get on the sing-along, and I had to stop it a few times because PowerPoint was shutting down on me for no reason. I don't know why. It would just like say PowerPoint is restarting, and then I would have to start it over again. And so we went through that, and we got a little over halfway through the sing-along repertoire. So next up will be kindergarten, and then 1st grade and 2nd grade. I don't know that I will have time to make a video about what kinder, 1st, and 2nd are doing later because I have to leave early for an eye doctor appointment. It's both a follow-up for a scratch I had on my eye and an eye exam, which I have not had an eye exam since before I had my first child, and my first child is about to turn 6. So that's probably not good. I should really get my eyes checked more often, but I don't. So we'll find out today if I'll be in glasses, and I'm fairly certain I will be. So that's an adventure, but real quick, let me tell you what I'm doing with kinder, 1st, and 2nd. I'll actually start with 2nd because it's most exciting. We're preparing to do the musical Go Fish at the end of January, and so each class is assigned their own specialty song and their speaking parts. Everyone sings every song, so everyone in the 2nd grade participates, but each class is featured on the stage for a certain song. I truly believe in every child being on the stage. This knocks that problem out and just gets everybody up there to where their parents get to see them featured, and everybody has an important part. So the songs that they have specific to them, they are learning the choreography this week. So today I want to say is Oceans of Fun, which actually makes things easier because everyone is learning the choreography to Oceans of Fun because it's also the finale. But this class is, wait, it might not be Oceans of Fun. I think this class has, ooh, they have these really cool ribbon, I'm gonna have to show y'all, but I don't, they're across the room. I'm not gonna get up and get them, but I have these rainbow like ribbon scarf fans. They're beautiful. And they're going to be using those for Colors of the Sea. That's the class I have today, is the one that does Colors of the Sea. So they're going to learn how to do the scarf ribbon fan thing. You'll have to see it to understand what I'm talking about if you haven't seen them before. For Colors of the Sea, and then we will all learn the choreography to Oceans of Fun. And if we have time after that, they're going to work on their speaking parts, which is always something that we do if we have time. We try to run as many speaking parts as we can, and I say the parts of the children who are not in the class with them. 1st grade and kindergarten are pretty much doing the same thing right now. We are taking traditional winter and holiday songs that pretty much everyone should know, like Jingle Bells, just simple things like that, and we're focusing on adding movement to them, adding classroom percussion, and just familiarizing them with songs that you kind of take for granted, that not every kid knows Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I mean, you might assume that they do, but they might not. So I'm working on teaching them those songs so that they can sing them with confidence, because they can't read all of the songs that we do for our sing-along. And it's not always that they just can't read it, it's that the pace of the reading is so quick when you're singing it that it's hard for them to feel success on many of those songs when we do our all-school sing-along. So I like for them to have some songs committed to memory, just so that they can feel success and joy when we do the sing-along. Otherwise, they would be sitting there like, this thing is lasting so long and I can't read any of this stuff. So that gets them on track to be able to participate, because it is for our whole school. So that is all I really have to say today. Like I said, this will probably be the last recording I do at school today, simply because I have to leave immediately after my last class for a doctor's appointment. So if you have any questions, or if you want to share what you're doing with your students this week, comment below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.